popular and loud celebration is back with a bang in Grand Prairie. The traditional fireworks at Asia Times Square officially usher in the Lunar New Year and the arrival of the Year of the Snake.
Snake is very symbolic in that it represents a year of rebirth, a year of transformation. So as the snake grow and shed the skin, we too must let go of what was the past and then make ways for a new beginning, a much brighter beginning.
That new beginning for the new year in Grand Prairie also brings spectacular dragon and lion dances and many other colorful traditions that are part of the annual celebration shared by billions of people around the world. Determined by phases of the moon and the Chinese calendar, the Lunar New Year celebration calls for a multi-day festival that was spread over 3 weeks at Asia Times Square, leading up to the very memorable finale on the first weekend of February.
Each and every year seems to get bigger and better, and that is through unity. And as we replace ignorance with acceptance, we can all join together, celebrate together, and Lunar New Year is the biggest Asian holiday.
Lowe says that the support from the city and the community has made Grand Prairie's Lunar New Year celebration one of the biggest and most popular in North Texas. A surprisingly pleasant late January Saturday morning brought more than 36 volunteers to Fish Creek Linear Park, where they descended into the woods for the first massive Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful cleanup initiative of 2025. Look at that. It's KGPB's 7th annual Fish Creek Cleanup Challenge, an invitation for volunteer groups, individuals, and families to spend a morning grabbing, gathering, fishing out, and hauling off hundreds of pounds of trash, litter, and ugly debris that continues to make its way into the woods, creek beds, and waters along the park's 7.3-mile Fish Creek Trail.
Were you surprised when you got down there and to see how much trash there is?
Yes, it's a lot more than I remember. It's on all the trees where it's hard to get, so we try to do as much as we could.
We just need a minute to try to free it up, and then you guys can go crazy getting it.
We're very appreciative of all the Boy Scouts and young troops out here learning about the quality of keeping our environment clean. So glad the residents from all over the cities are coming out and joining us.
It makes me feel so good that there's so many people that are just as passionate as I am about making sure our environment is clean. We have lots of people out here today that have dropped what they're doing, and we even had one gentleman who was jogging by early this morning before we got started and said he'd come back, and he actually did come back. He's out there now.
I saw the booth set up over there as I was running, so I inquired, and they told me you guys are doing a cleanup. I said, well, in that case, I'll just be right back.
Another who came back said he used to ride his bike and walk the trails at the park when he lived with his parents nearby and volunteered to return because he wanted to become part of the solution to what he sees as a very unsightly problem.
It breaks my heart. It's terrible. So I'm definitely glad that, I'm hands-on, doing my part to, make it better. I want it to look nice, and, as I'm walking by, I notice all the trash. And before, I never, actually took the time to actually, go about it and, do some cleaning up. So it's nice to, give back to this trail and creek that's given so much to me.
Basically, I just wish people would throw the trash in the trash cans instead of just throwing it on the ground or throwing it in the river. I mean, the trees are all twisted up with bags, and it's just, I love nature, and it just makes me kind of sad that, people don't just throw it in the trash can.
We see it every day, and we could walk by it, but taking the first step and taking that initiative ourselves makes a big difference. And it has to start with ourselves and our teaching our children, teaching people that giving back in this manner helps us, helps the environment and the quality of life here in Grand Prairie.
This year's Keep Grand Prairie Beautiful volunteer effort was responsible for removing 1,360 pounds of trash from the park.
You still have time to get your free copy of the 2025 Grand Prairie City Calendar. The popular publication spotlights the talent of local and regional photographers. The 2025 calendars are available while supplies last at City Hall.